Amazon FBA gets pushed out as the ultimate way to make money online. And honestly, when I first started looking into it, I get why people fall for it. Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world. Selling on their platforms sounds like a no-brainer. But the more I dug into it, and I mean really dug into it, the more I realized something. This model has some serious issues, serious problems that nobody wants to talk about. And the biggest one, you could build a business for years, invest tens of thousands of dollars, and wake up one morning to find your account has been suspended. No warning, no real explanation, gone. I'm going to break all of this down for you today, the real cost, the real risk, and why I chose a completely different path to build my online brand. If you're new here, my name is Ritu Maz. I started dropshipping when I was 16 years old in 2016. Through this business model, I bought a grocery store, built a 10,000 square feet event venue in cash, bought multiple properties, moved out of Canada on the ocean, and most recently, I bought my parents a business in cash so they never have to worry about a loan or anything like that. My goal has always been to retire my parents, but they're just absolute hustlers that refuse to stop working. So instead, I bought them a cash flow business and surprised them with them on Mother's Day. This whole world of online businesses has completely changed my life. I mean, I reached financial freedom from it, and this is why I document my journey for you. I want to teach you how you can get out of the whole 9-to-5 life and live life on your own terms. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this one, and make sure to watch until the end because I guarantee you will get tons of value from this video. Now let's get into it. Let me quickly explain what Amazon FBA is because I want to make sure you and I are on the same page. FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. The idea is simple on the surface. You source a product, usually from a manufacturer overseas like China. You ship your inventory to Amazon's warehouse, and Amazon handles the storage, packing, and shipping when someone places an order. On paper, it sounds incredible. You're selling on one of the most trusted platforms on earth. Millions of people shop on Amazon every single day. Built-in traffic, built-in trust, built-in fulfillment. Honestly, what's not to love? This is the version they sell you. What they don't tell you is the $40,000 they spent on inventory to get there. Or the 3 products that flopped before the one that worked, yet they still had to buy inventory and now they're stuck with it. Or the day they logged into their account and got a notification that their account got suspended. Because this is something that happens very often. So let's get into what FBA actually looks like when you pull back the curtains. Let's talk money because this is where most people get blindsided the most. To start Amazon FBA, you need inventory. Most suppliers have a minimum order quantity, or they like to also call it MOQ. Typically 500 to 1,000 units minimum when you're going through manufacturers on platforms like Alibaba. And trust me, I've been there. Depending on your product, your first inventory alone could run you between $10,000 to $30,000. And that's before you've even made one sale. Then you ship that inventory to Amazon's fulfillment center. That's another cost. Then Amazon starts charging you storage fees every single month your product sits in their warehouse because no, they're not just storing your products for free. And if it's still there after a year, they hit you with a long-term storage fees that are significantly higher. Then there's a fee on every single sale. Amazon takes a referral fee, typically 8 to 15% depending on your category. Then there's the FBA fulfillment fee on top of that, which covers picking and packing, usually $3 to $6 per unit for an average sized product, sometimes more if you're selling a bigger product. And of course, you need visibility, so you're going to be running Amazon PPC ads because organic ranking without advertising is nearly impossible now on Amazon. So add ad spend on top of everything else. When you actually add it all up, inventory, shipping, storage fees, advertising, product, photography, your tools, you're realistically looking at least $40,000, and that's before you turn a real profit. For a beginner with no guarantee it works. And here's the thing that gets to me. People share revenue numbers, not profit numbers. Profit margins are usually around 10% when you factor everything in. That is not financial freedom. That's a lot of stress for a very thin margin. Okay, this is the part I really want you to pay attention to because this is the risk that can completely destroy everything you've built, and it happens more than you think. Amazon can suspend your seller's account at any time. Your listings go dark, your inventory is locked in their warehouse, your funds, whatever you have sitting in your Amazon seller balance, gets frozen. sometimes for weeks, sometimes even for months. And the reason, it can almost be anything. A competitor files a false intellectual property complaint against your listing. Amazon's algorithm flags your account for suspicious activity. Sometimes their AI, just like Meta, is a little bit messed up. A handful of negative reviews triggers an investigation. Your product gets flagged for a policy violation you didn't even know existed. Someone claims your product is inauthentic, even if it's your own brand. There are thousands of documented cases of this happening to legitimate sellers. There's a term in the FBA community called Amazon jail. That's what sellers call it when your account gets suspended and you're stuck in an endless loop of submitting appeals, getting denied, resubmitting, waiting sometimes 3, 4, 5 months while your business generates zero in revenue and your inventory continues to rack up storage fees that you're still responsible for. When I learned the depth of this problem, I asked myself one question. Why would I want to build something on a foundation that someone else controls entirely? Why would I invest my time, my money, and my energy into a business that can be taken away from me overnight with no warning and no real appeal process? That question is exactly what led me to the model I use today. By the way, if you're finding this video valuable, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. That helps me out so much. Now, the model I actually chose is online brand building, which means I have my own website, which also means I have full control. So you have your own Shopify website and you own that. Nobody can take down your website. And when I talk to you about building your own online brand, I am not telling you to find a random product on AliExpress, slap it on a generic store, run some ads and pray. That era is over and it was never really building anything anyway. What I'm talking to you about is brand first dropshipping. You identify a specific niche, you find a new product to the market. For example, this product right here. Then you build a real branded store around it. You create content that speaks directly to your ideal customer and you drive traffic organically before you ever spend $1 on ads. When someone buys from your store, your supplier ships directly to your customer. You never touch inventory. You never pay for stock. And please, for beginners, do not buy inventory. When you're a beginner, you don't have the expertise of dealing with inventory, which is normal. You need to focus on learning how to run your store and how to get sales, which brings me to my second no-no. Do not spend any money on ads. Why? Because logically speaking, you don't know which video will bring you sales if you don't have data. What you're gonna do instead is post organic content, and when you know which video performs the best, you can put money behind it to accelerate results. I have a complete dedicated video on marketing. Make sure to watch that. And if you're not even at that stage of marketing yet and you're just starting out, watch this step-by-step tutorial on exactly how to get started. Everything will be linked in the description box below. So here's what makes your own online brand fundamentally different from FBA. You own your store. Nobody can suspend your entire business overnight because of an AI flag or because a competitor, put a little false claim against you. Your website, your store is yours. You own your customer relationships. You get their email address. You can build a list. You can market to them again and again. On Amazon, you don't own any data. When you have your own online brand, your startup costs are a fraction of FBA. You don't need $40,000 to test a product. You can test out as many products as you want since you don't have to buy any inventory. And if a product doesn't work, you pivot. There's no inventory sitting in a warehouse charging you fees every single month. And because you're building on organic content, which is exactly what I teach, your cost to acquire customers can be extremely low, especially when you're starting out. A video you post today can still bring you sales 6 months from now. That's not something Amazon PPC can do for you. Bottom line is you're building an asset, a real brand with a real audience that belongs to you. However, I also want to be straight up with you. Amazon FBA is not completely worthless. If you have significant capital, like $50,000 or more, if you have prior experience with supply chain or e-commerce, if you understand Amazon's algorithm deeply, and you're genuinely prepared for the risks I just laid out, it can work. There are people making real money on Amazon. But for someone who's just starting out, who is still working a job, who doesn't have $50,000 to put at risk, who wants to learn how business actually works and build something they own, FBA is the wrong starting point. The risk to reward ratio for a beginner is actually bad. And if this is something you genuinely want to do but you aren't ready yet, you can sell on Amazon FBA once you have your own online brand, have money in the bank, and are looking for other sales channels. Nothing stops you from eventually starting FBA. But first, you deserve to build something that belongs to you, something that can be taken away from you from an automated suspension system, something you understand end to end. That's what having your own online brand, having your own website means. If you're ready to launch your own online brand, make sure to watch the other tutorials I have for you. And if you want to work directly with me, I will leave an application for you down below to apply to work with me. If you got any value from this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.